Hello everyone, this is Jag. In this video we are planting lots of raspberries and blackberries, and I ordered my berries from Stark Bros Nursery, and they have a great variety and great selection of different varieties of raspberries and blackberries and other plants as well. So what I've got here is yellow and raspberry. I also have Encore red raspberry. I also have triple crown thornless blackberry. So we got variety of different kinds of blackberries and raspberries that do really well in zone 9 all the way up to zone 10 as well. So I want to make sure these berries thrive in the climate that we have here. It does get hot in summers, and some of these berry plants don't do well in summer. So we wanted to get those varieties that are heat tolerant. So Stark Bros Nursery helped us pick all of these berries, and they made us a good package. So we'll be planting these today. But before we plant, let me show you how I prepare my ground, because raspberries, blackberries, all kind of berries, they love organic matter and they love compost. So we first have to make sure our ground is prepared right, and there's a lot of organic matter in the ground. And let me show you how I do that as well. So to prepare our ground for planting berries, I'm using this big red tractor, and this has a lot of power. It's a 45 horsepower international tractor. We're going to be using this shovel or furrow attachment to first make a trench in the ground and then add compost in there, and then till it in and mix it in, and then plant berries on top, because berries love compost and organic matter.
This is a big shovel that's attached to a 3-point toolbar on a 3-point system on the tractor. I can lower this using the 3-point system on the tractor, and this furrow will make a trench up to 2 feet or 24 inches deep.
So we're using the big red tractor to load the truck with compost, and then I have a cargo unloader that we use to unload all the compost right into the trenches. This system is working fabulously. I don't have to have guys shovel compost out of the truck into the trenches of the berms. The cargo unloader loads it right into the trenches. Raspberries like pH between 5.5 and 6.5, which is slightly acidic. Our soil here is between 5.5 and 6.0, which is a little bit more acidic than what raspberries actually like. So I added compost in there, and compost is about 7.0. I got the analysis from the compost company. They sent me all the NPK analysis, all the elemental analysis, and pH analysis of the compost. is 7.0, which will raise the pH level of the soil slightly, which will be perfect for raspberries. However, I'm not going to add compost when I plant blueberries, because blueberries even like more acidic soil. They like 5.0 to 5.5. So I'll be adding wood chips right into the ground, so when the wood chips decompose, they make the soil more acidic naturally.
The compost have been added up to 18 inches deep. Next, we are mixing in the compost with the soil with this tiller attachment. This will also make the soil fine for making the berms.
Alright, let's make the berms.
We are planting berries on berms because we have clay soil and we don't want the roots of the berries to be waterlogged. We don't want the water to collect around the roots of the berries. If you have sandy loam soil, you can just plant right on the flat ground. You don't have to make the berms for berries in that case.
So we have a pretty good system going here. I have marked this PVC pipe at every 3 feet interval, so I can just put it down and I know where to plant. And we're just digging holes, filling it with water, putting the bare root raspberry plants right in the hole and then covering them up. And then we have all of our equipment right on that pickup truck. We keep driving down the berm, right in the middle of the berm, and then we keep bringing in stuff. All the water that we need, all the plants that we need, and everything is in the truck. It's very, very easily accessible.
So I'm digging up the holes with the shovel and creating a depression right on top of the berm. And then I'm using a water can to fill each hole with water.
The spacing between our raspberry and blackberry plants is 3 feet and the row spacing is 8 feet, which gives us enough space for the plants to grow and also enough space for for people to come in and pick their own fresh berries.
So we're putting the raspberry plant right in the hole, and the hole is already filled with water, and just covering it up with soil. So it already has water because it will take some time for us to hook up the drip line, turn on the water after we plant everything. So we don't want all these bare root plants to dry out and die. So that's why we are filling each hole with water beforehand. Here you go, goes in another plant. Just working down the berm, working pretty fast here.
Alright, we've already planted Encore red raspberries, and now it's time to plant the yellow and raspberries as well. And this is how they come. They're all bare root. That's why we are putting all the water down in there first so they don't dry out. Here you go.
Watch out!
Almost fell there.
Careful.
Yeah, have to be careful. So we're filling the can with water, planting the raspberries, making sure they're moist, and we have the drip line already running alongside the berm. So as soon as we're done planting, I'm gonna hook up the drip line, stick it, and then we're gonna turn on the water. Look at these, and some of these already have buds. There you go. So we planted all the raspberries. We planted about 5 rows of raspberries, and now we're going to plant some blackberries. And these are actually boysenberries. These are like a hybrid of raspberries and blackberries. So it's like a hybrid variety. Boysenberries, we'll have about 24 plants of boysenberries. We planted all the way total of probably around 120 plants of raspberry total. So let's get planting on the blackberries. All right, so I got the water tank on the pickup truck. So we're just putting in water because it takes us a little while to put in the drip line, like I mentioned before. So we wet the area completely and we just go in a line. You know, we just make the holes. You know, we keep putting water in there, and then we take one of the berry plants, make a little pad for the plant, put it right in there and cover it up.
and gently press, and check it out, the berry plant has been planted. That's how we are doing it, and we have about 80 blackberry plants to plant. So in total we have about 200 raspberry and blackberry plants.
So all the raspberries and blackberries have been planted, and I've also put in the irrigation system for raspberries and blackberries as well. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in another video.